Today's video is sponsored by Native Sons Goods, makers of the highest quality woven guitar, bag, and camera straps you'll ever see. Native Sons straps are handmade one at a time in the USA with unparalleled love and care. Click the link in the description to check out their new expanded lineup featuring all new 3-inch guitar straps. And remember, when you support my sponsor, you support this channel, and I sure appreciate it. All right, Iz, say hi. Preferably without something in your mouth.
Hi.
We are going to attempt to make a dulcimer. This is a mountain dulcimer. And these are an indigenous instrument to this area, to Kentucky and the Appalachian area, right? Now what we have here, if we look at this closely and we examine it, we have a block up here at this end, a block of wood. We also have a block of wood down here, right? Mm-hmm. And we have a long bit of wood up here on top, don't we? And this is called the what? This
the neck.
It's you can call it the neck or the fretboard in this case. And it has little frets, as you can see, ever so often. And
so it like holds up the strings?
What the frets do is they shorten the strings.
So it's making a higher pitch. That's
right. So that's how it works essentially. And we've got a box down here. And the box is made of a really thin wood. If this wood is too thick, then it won't resonate very much, and it won't sound very good.
And I think the bass, like inside, is like to make like the sound room to vibrate or something. I'm just guessing.
Right.
I don't do much with sounds.
Well, you're correct. All the space inside helps with the resonance. Okay, so what we're going to need is some parts for this project, and we already have a couple of them. We have what is going to eventually be the neck, and we kind of lucked out on this. This is a piece of wood that the sewer department brought to our house because they had to drive these and kind of cordon off an area in our yard.
And it's perfect.
And they left
for the
these
neck.
behind, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much perfect for the neck. And we're going to go by this neck. I'm going to use all the measurements on this original neck over here to make this neck. So we're going to chop this off right about here. And then we're also going to use this probably as our template for our frets and where they're going to go. We're going to install a nut. So that's this piece right here. You see this piece? That's a nut, and that guides the strings into these tuners.
It's going to take us all night, isn't it?
It's going to take a little while to build the dulcimer, yes. And plus we're going to have glue time, so the glue is going to have time to dry. So we're going to have to get to work here.
And this is a school project, and it's due this Friday, so we need to start.
That's true, and today is Wednesday. The body. Now the box we're going to use cigar boxes, and I think we might be able to put a couple of these together like so, and glue these together, or maybe bolt them together on the inside. That might actually be better to bolt them together and glue them both. And then we'll put this on the top of this, so this will be our body. So yeah, give me a pencil. All right. Okay. So we're just going to roughly kind of chart out where we're going to put everything. So this is the nut. Right. So there's a fret. There's a fret. There's a fret. There's a fret. And right there.
He's labeling all the frets, guys.
Yep.
This might take a while.
It won't take that long.
10 hours later.
3 days later. Okay.
And you label the last nut.
This is the bridge. That's what that piece is called. And then we're going to cut it off right about there.
But I actually have a question. Are we going to use these high-pitched cigar boxes?
No, I don't think so.
Can I have them?
Let me see those two.
Here you go.
Give me the other one.
And here's the other one.
Yeah, we have 3 of these, I believe. So, yeah, you know, we might actually take 3 of them and make. You know what? We might do that. What do you say we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go outside and get the third one of these. Go ahead and shut that off for a second.
All right.
These 3 cigar boxes are gonna go together like that. So we have to drill some holes in between these. So we're gonna start with one of these, and then we'll drill like 3 holes for 3 screws, and then we'll have to mark the other one
Cover your ears, guys.
Based on where those screws go. So let's see.
Then don't we have to glue them together first?
We will put the glue. Yes, I mean you're right. Partially, we do have to put glue on there before we finalize the screws. But right now we're drilling pilot holes.
Cover your ears, guys.
Okay, so we need like 3 holes. So we put one about the middle.
Cover them tight.
And we'll do one out here toward the edge. And we'll do one more over here on this edge.
I have one question.
Just a minute. All right.
Why do you need to make holes in there?
Because they're pilot holes for the screws to go in. See this right here? That's gonna get screwed into this next one. But we have to make sure that they're all straight. So I have to mark the other box. See if I can get a pencil in there to mark where the hole goes. Because then I can. Oh, I think I just broke the pencil.
You did.
Oh, at least I got the hole though.
One hole.
Wish this pencil was a bit shorter. Make it a little easier.
Sorry.
It's alright.
It's the only pencil you had. And that's actually my Dr. Seuss pencil. Wow, your gluing is way more fancier than my class's gluing. Then
Okay, now pull that trigger. Pull it a little bit more. Keep going. Oh, okay, stop. All right, pull it again and back and pull the pull it and back it out. You have to start it, sweetheart. Pull the trigger. Back it out. Back it out. There you go.
This thing is heavy.
Ready? Yep, pull it.
I'm a bit scared because this thing is a bit wobbly.
It's okay. I know it's wobbly. I'm helping you hold it. There you go.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I think I might have to edit that part out where I burp because that's very embarrassing.
That's all right. Get it right there in the hole. Okay, pull the trigger. Stop. Okay. Take the other screws from the other direction. But it should make it a little stronger. It'll be a little harder to break it that way.
Are we gonna have to like glue these there, or is the neck?
You know what? I'm not sure yet. I think we're gonna probably glue them. Okay, we've gotten the 3 boxes. Now we're ready to cut this down. All right.
All right, that took a long time.
Didn't take that long. Okay, so there's that part off of there. So now, something like that. Something like that. Yep. Something like that.
What?
What? What are you talking about?
Why are you making that noise?
I'm not making any noise. What are you talking about?
Yes, you are.
I'm making no noise. You're crazy. If you look at this one, see how there's a little bit of a dip right here? It's carved out. Okay, for this part where it dips down a little bit, I've sawed some lines in there, and I'm going to come in here with my chisel at this point and break all these pieces out one by one, and then just kind of clean it up and chisel that out. All right, so the bulk of it chisels out pretty easily, but it's gonna take some doing to kind of refine it. So probably gonna switch to a rasp here in a second. Coming along. Okay. It's pretty cold outside. I don't want to do this in the garage or outdoors, so I'm doing this on the carpet, which is probably not advisable, but it will vacuum up, so I'm not all that worried about it. But yeah, this is coming along very nicely. I want to kind of round off the edges of this board because they're pretty sharp. This is really rough wood. This is not meant for a musical instrument. This is like I said, this was a stake that was driven in the ground. The Metro sewer came out and drove some stakes into my ground back there to keep people away from the sewer while they were working on it, and they left them behind, so I grabbed these and saved them, and just kind of going along the edge here and just rounding it off. And we're not going to take a bunch off, but we're just going to get it enough where it's not going to be harsh on your fingers. Okay, the fretboard's pretty much done. I've got it all carved, and I've got it marked where the frets are gonna go. I still need to do the headstock. I've got to drill out some holes up here. We'll do that at some point here. I've also really sanded this down where it's nice and smooth. If I'd noticed this, I wouldn't have probably used this side. I would have used the flip side, but there's a little dip right there, but it should be okay. I mean, it's a handmade folk instrument. I'm not that worried about it. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to come in here and hopefully improve the resonance of this just a little bit by drilling out some holes in between these screws, and just come in here and drill out some of this area. Okay, so here's where we've left off with this thing. Last night, I want to show you also, Izzy, what I did last night, after you went to bed, because you need to be involved. But there's 2 holes here and 2 holes here, and I drilled those in there so the sound will travel back and forth a little bit easier. Okay, this is a fret saw, and this is what we're going to use to saw the little the cuts for us to be able to install the frets.
Oh yeah, I see the cuts.
What I'm using this clamp for is a guide, so that I'm able to saw this straight and in the position that it needs to stay. So here we go. Right. See? You see the first fret slot? Do you see it?
No. Daddy, we making an instrument.
We are making an instrument.
Yeah, I will make an instrument too.
Let's get it in the hole. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this way and back. Keep going.
Daddy, what are you
There
doing?
you go. I think you're at the bottom. Yep. See how it got easier there for a second? So that's good. Make sure you're right up next to the
Daddy,
thing.
I turn.
Okay, I'll hold it still for you.
Daddy, I turn. No.
Okay, hang on. That one looks great. All right, Izzy. Here's how far we've gotten now. We've got all of our frets. We've got all of our fret slots cut. We did screw up in a couple little places where our saw came out, but that's okay. We need to now cut a slot for the bridge, and also one for the nut. We're going to use a square dowel for both, I think. Okay, so we've roughed in the outline for this piece up here. We're going to have to do the same down there, but I'm going to have to kind of eyeball this. At least this is not critical, because we're going to have a 0 fret on this. Okay, I think I can make this one a little bit deeper. This is adjustable. Now see down here, this part that cuts, you can make that cut deeper by moving this. You see how ingenious that is? It's pretty smart, eh? Now I could get in here with a router. That's a different tool. But I'm going to use a little chisel and hopefully just knock. Whoop. Need a chisel and hopefully just knock that out of there. So what you do, you get in here like this and watch this piece crack, crack. See that?
This is very smart.
See that?
Who created these tools?
Very smart people that are not your dad. Twist. No. Yeah, you did it. Yep, twist. There you go. All right, hang on. Let's turn around this way so you can get a little better purchase line. I can put it right there in that groove. And twist. Excellent. All right, so we got that slot, which we've already determined is too big. We got this slot down here, which I hope is the right size. Let's see. Yep. Okay, now we're going to use the fret wire. You ready? This is the fun part. This is the part where you get to do a lot, okay? I'll show you how to do this first one, and then you're going to do the rest, okay? Now look, see this piece lays right down in here like this, and then you take your fret hammer, this thing, and you go tap, 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 and then here's the cool part. Then you get to take this guy, chomp, chomp, and you put him right up on the edge of the fretboard, just like this. And you go snap, like that. Snap. And that, my dear, is a fret. Now focus, get in the game. You got to do this yourself. You understand?
Focusing.
Now you saw how I just did that one. So here, grab this, and I'll help you with this one, and then you're going to do the rest yourself. Now this, you have to make sure that this is going all the way to the edge. Okay, and it looks like it is right now. Stop, stop, stop. You don't push it down in there. You just set it in the slot. Remember what I just did? You set it in the slot.
Hammer?
Yep. And then you take the hammer. Don't hit it real hard. It's not a real. You hit this side first. Down here on this side. Hit this side first. You gotta hit it this hard, sweetie. Okay. And then work your way back, hitting it a few times. Kind of like that. Okay.
And then
you take this.
Hide this guy.
And then put it right up next to the edge. Squeeze hard as you possibly can. Squeeze hard. Boom, boom, boom. Don't twist. Squeeze.
I'm not twisting. I'm squeezing.
Oh, sweetheart. Okay, I'll help you with that part. That might be a little more difficult.
I'm not a man, you know.
I know that might be a little different. Get ready for the next one.
All right.
And no, press it in. Because this has to be right, kind of on the edge, sort of.
Daddy.
Has to be right up to the edge.
I can do this myself.
Okay, now you push in a little bit to get it started, and then you take the hammer and
You sound like Dracula.
Yes, and you hit it over there, and then you work your way back like this. Okay, that's a good. And then take this one.
This guy.
You take this guy. And no, you're cutting off way too much. All right, right there. You're right up next. Now squeeze. Hard. There. Next one. Put this next one in.
Push down a little bit.
Okay, now I'm not going to touch this one. Okay. Yes. Okay. Looks like it's in.
Hello, this guy.
Yep. Put it right up next to the fretboard. Yep. Squeeze as hard as you possibly can. Squeeze, sweetheart. Squeeze. You can do it.
I'm trying.
Sweetie, try one hand. Don't push them with your arms. Try it with one hand. And put both of your hands all the way across. No. Put that hand all the way across, and yes, there you go. Now you'll get it. That's how you squeeze. That's how you do it. Okay. All right. Remember what you just learned? You're doing it. Yeah! Mine too, and my butt. My butt hurts real bad. My butt and my cheeks. My butt cheeks.
Is that one in?
Yep. You're doing it. You are a fretwork master. You're doing some fret work. Look. Yes!
Getting better each
Yeah!
time.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting better each time.
I gotta flatten this a little bit because I've already kind of pre-bent this fret wire, thinking I was gonna put them in guitars and such, but in this case, this is a flat. There's no radius on the fretboard.
That's the quickest I've ever done it.
Is that piece gonna? Yep. You're gonna get one more fret out of that. Looks like.
Then we have to throw this little piece away.
Now it is. Give it a couple more whacks. I don't think you've whacked it. Can you get it? Right up next to the edge. Right up. You are a master at this. All right. You are the fret master. Get it done.
I'm the hammer master.
Get it done.
I should work at a fret shop.
You should work at the shop that makes the frets. Excellent.
I'm getting way better at this guy.
You are getting better at it. Anything that you practice at, you get better. And it's always good to try new things and to get good at new things. You are knocking this out of the park.
I'm knocking this guy out of the
Dude,
park.
honestly, at this rate, we're going to be done with this in no time. Okay. Here.
There! We have created our masterpiece.
Okay, that's not too bad. And we'll do the other side. We're almost done. Do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay. The thing that I just did on this side, and what you do is you just come on the side like this. You put your hand up here so these frets don't start popping out, and then you just go back and forth like this.
That fret's popping out.
See, yep, and they'll pop out on you. We really need to glue them in. Okay. Take this and you go down the side, and you want to angle it just a little bit, almost like there's a slight angle up here. See? And you want to keep going until there's no scratchy sound left. Pay attention to your work. If you slip and go up here, you scratch the frets, and then that's more work we have to do. No. Hold it in front of you like this, and there you go. Look, don't be afraid of it. Come down here like this.
I'm not being afraid of it.
Don't go on top. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't look at me or don't look up. Look down. at your work. See, I screwed up and went up on top. Messed up.
Everyone makes mistakes.
It's true. Everyone does.
Everyone makes at least one mistake in the world.
And as a matter of fact, I'll go so far as to say, if you're not making any mistakes, then you're not really doing anything. All right, you ready to do the headstock? We have to take a bit and we have to drill a couple of probably, I would say, maybe 3 holes in this headstock. Before I do that, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to be stupid. Not me, not this day. I'm not going to be the stupid one. Somebody else can be the stupid one, but not me. Oh, Mom's upstairs watching Rain Man. That's exactly what I need in my life, is another
What's Rain Man?
another screaming idiot. Huh? Well, there we go. Got the deal to win. Yes.
Do we get a do, or do we get a die?
I don't have a single clue what you're talking about. You don't make any sense.
Did we do or die?
You're not making any sense, okay?
You know what I'm talking about, bruh.
I don't know what you're talking about, bruh. Bruh. I don't ever want to hear you say
am a
bruh
girl.
ever again. I don't give a damn. Don't ever say bruh to me ever again. Do you understand?
Okay.
Me? Do you
Duh.
ever? Do you understand?
Okay, dud.
I mean, bruh is some off limits ass language. You understand me? I'd rather you cuss than say bruh. Don't say bruh.
Okay. What words can I say?
Get that out of my face. You're gonna poke me in the damn eye with it. Drilled these 3 holes in. I'm not even sure exactly how I'm going to do this,
All
but
right, now it looks like
I could come in here with a jigsaw and just you know, kind of cut those out and then shape them in. And I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to do it jigsaw style. So let's do it jigsaw style, bruh.
Now it just
What,
looks-
bruh? What, bruh?
This thing just looks like a street light.
Yes, it does. Actually, good call.
Can we just use it as a street light?
How about we just stop doing what we're doing and make a street light instead?
Yeah!
See what we've done?
Oh!
We're going to get here with some files and we're going to fix all this and make it a little straighter looking, a little neater. Okay, well first we want to take a rasp. You remember the rasp, right? Okay, so we come in here and see we've got big chunks of wood to take out. All right, do you see what the rasp is doing? You see how this side is rough? This, well, here we go. This side up here is rough, and this side down here is starting to get smooth, and that's what the rasp is. It's taking out. The rasp is taking out more material quicker than we would if we were just using a file. Okay, you want to do some rasping? Okay, come here. Grab this one with this hand. The rasp goes in here. And what you do is you come, grab this, but don't let go. What are you doing? Hold it up here so you got good control of it. Okay? Don't let the rasp come all the way out and hit anything. You want to go in like this and kind of over at the same time, okay? In and over. All right? Don't look at me, look at your work. Do you think you're getting anything done like that? Look here. Let me see. Oh, you're getting closer there toward the end, but let me show you. Look. Look here. You got to get down here and get it. You got to I suggest setting it on your leg like this, so you can hold it steady. Look, you hold this on both of your legs steady, and then out here to the side.
Alright, that's it.
See? Kind of like that.
Give me.
So hold it on both your legs real steady. Hold it right there real steady. Okay? Yep. No. Wait. Wait. Turn it over. Turn your rasp the other way. Okay? Don't look up. Look at your work. Okay, stop. Stop. Well, now with a rasp, you can easily go too far. We're getting pretty close right there. Let's see. Okay, so that's getting us pretty close with the rasp. Now see what the rasp is done? Look in there real close. See how messy it is? See how it's kind of all chewed up and everything? Now watch this. Come back with the file. Well, it takes care of most of it. Rougher.
Check out the floor and check out your parents.
I know. We're going to vacuum here in a little bit. Okay, so that, I mean, it's not perfect, but that's pretty darn good, really. I mean, for a folk instrument, it's handmade. I think we've done okay for ourselves there, Izzy. All right, we need to take the rasp again, because I need to dig out a channel right here behind this this piece. So I should have done that first. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it with the chisel. There we go. Now then, just like that. Just need an actual sharp chisel. Yeah, where's my... There it is. I can use that. I can use that. All right. All right, sweetheart. Now then, that looks pretty good. Okay, now we need some holes on the side. Okay, we have the tuners installed on this. I have the nut installed. I need to still cut the nut. Everything is looking pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. I went back and super glued in these frets. Put some anchors in there for strings. We need to cut the slots. We need to cut that also, and then we're getting pretty darn close to gluing this on the main body of the instrument. Okay, so what we need to do now is I need to drill 3 holes right through the center of this, because they are going to help attach the fretboard. Putting marks on this where I'm going to have to drill a tiny hole and put a screw that's going to hold this in each one of those spots. Yes. But however, I need to get these centered. But this at least tells me where to put it. But I need to get it kind of centered. I was pretty close on this one. So what I've done is I've just screwed those in just enough where they kind of spike out the top. And I've got these guide holes here that should line up with those. So I should be able to just drop this down on there. And these also should
and
just
boom, we got ourselves
fall right into place.
an
You see that?
instrument.
See that? You see that? You see it? You see?
Now
see?
look.
Do you? Do you? I said,
Everyone watching this video, what is missing? Strings.
well, strings, and we need glue as well.
Yes, Father. Strings. Okay,
Alright,
boss.
I just went too far because you keep yapping. Okay, can you just be quiet for 1 second? Okay?
Okay, one.
Okay. Now, the trick is going to be not to get the glue everywhere while we do this. And I covered up my hole. I think that's it right there, though. Yep.
Daddy is not.
Good God. I have to screw these screws down, and that's what's going to hold it while it glues.
Okay.
Screw this in.
Alright.
Screw it.
This way.
Yep. This one's kind of tough because it's... Sweetheart, do the last one. Do the honors.
Alright. It is my instrument, so I must do the honors of screwing in this last.
Push while you turn. Okay. You have to push and turn at the same time. Right. We're gonna make sound holes now, and I want to make them where they're not obscuring this logo. So we're gonna make the holes kind of back here. So you think that that's good enough for sound holes?
Yep.
I have to ask you something.
What?
Do you think you're gonna have the coolest music class project?
It's just a class project, and look at what we've created.
I know.